Well, what Polo Entertainment Group, what it do? Um, I'm on a little break right now. I'm fasting, so I ain't in front of a nice healthy plate, but still gonna take my little break in life for myself. I was just rapping with a couple of young dudes that I like to rap to. You know what I'm saying? I be around a lot of young dudes, man, because this they world. We in it. This is they world, right? Chopping it up, and we was kicking it or whatever. But it dawned it on me, right, in the process of conversing with them, that a lot of us don't see ourselves past what we doing, right? Like whatever we doing, whatever our means of income, whatever our means of surviving, like we don't see past that. We don't understand um, that we can do better for ourselves until, like, I guess it's taken from us. You know what I mean? I think that's part of maybe one of the biggest problems in life, that the young dudes, they don't see they self really getting past 30. And I'm not talking about from the aspect of like living per se, like breathing, but I'm talking about they don't really see a future. Like, I'm not trying to this and I'm not trying to that and I'm not trying to this, and all that's cool, right? But since you thinking, then don't stop there, right? Don't don't just say, oh, I don't see myself working at McDonald's. I don't see myself working at Taco Bell's or CVS, right? Because that's a good way to start the sentence. But then you got to put a comma and you got to put a conjunction there to further let us understand what you mean. Or for that point, you understand what you mean. Like, you're going to still have to eat. You're going to still want to look nice. Half of us going to want to look nice from time to time. You're going to want to look decent, right? So you're going to need some type of means. So what I'm saying is, more or less, we got to start using our mind to realize that there's a life, hopefully, outside of whatever you're doing at the present moment. And it's not about legal or illegal. Like, even people that got jobs, like real life, working their butt off, want a better life, right? So you got to envision yourself doing something that's bigger than what you're doing, and pursue it at all costs. Like, you might have to work a job and fund your own movement, your own mission. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get money handed to you from the bank. Money just make things easier. Without money, you got to do the same thing, but it's a little bit more harder work. Like, we are hard working people. Like, you look at any young dude that's out here, man, they young as I don't know what, and they running the block, they chasing the dollar down. So we have the entrepreneurship in us, and we have the energy and the drive to like want to do better and be better, man. But we gotta also start putting some thoughts together, as youth, to know, like, you know what, I'm getting in this game, or I'm in this game, but it's not gonna last forever. Look at the dudes that I know, even the most successful dudes I know, they not no longer doing it. They doing this, that, and the other. Do I really believe that I'm gonna be the next Jay-Z, basically? That I'm just, and even Jay-Z with that, he ain't running around on the block no more. He had to convert what he was doing into something better, maybe 2 or 3 times. The first time being the hardest, right? So I'm saying, like, when I be chopping it up, I be spitting my little, game to my young dudes, right? But all of us need to, man, grab one of them, man, and not shun them, but teach them how to dream and cultivate the dream. Cause, like, you got dudes that just sitting out here imagining, and then you got dudes that's really orchestrating and controlling the band, man, and the music sound good, and we can dance to, and we love the tune, right? Nobody not saying you can't dress nice. Nobody's not saying that you shouldn't have the best. But what I am saying is to think from a realistic aspect point of view, that you're gonna be able to sit in one place without moving, and money come to you all day, every day, for the rest of your life, without having to put any energy outside of what you're doing, or thought pattern together outside of what you're doing. And this life is just going to be falling, in complete submission to your happiness. for the rest of your life, you doomed to fail. Y'all, you gotta stop doing that. It's not realistic. Show me a 40, 50-year-old dude, man, that come from the life, you know what I mean, that can stamp that. And not just stamp it, like, because I'm pretty sure there's a few out here, right? But I'm saying that's openly willing to stamp it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, what the truth of the matter is, you could be caked all the way up, dog. Like, some of us actually had some real money at one point period of time, right? You could be all the way caked up, dog. If you ain't got no paper trail behind it, like, your money don't serve you no purpose. And if anybody told you anything different than that, they was lying to you, right? You could sit there and grind your heart away, you feel me? And then not even be able to afford to go to the car lot and get a Toyota Camry that's brand new. And that's just the fact of the matter. So you gotta start putting some progressions together and some schemes, not scams, schemes together to do something better with life, man. Like, it's one thing to hunt, but to hunt and catch your kill and think that you're gonna live off that one kill for the rest of your life, that's crazy. That ain't how warriors do it, man. And whoever teaching y'all that is crazy. Like, don't believe that. Don't, what they used to say in my day, don't believe the hype. You feel me? World War Polo Entertainment Group. Y'all get ready for Kings of DC. I'm chasing my dream, right? Writing, producing, directing. That's what I'm doing. I can stand behind it. I can stamp that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. So I ask that any and everybody that even show this much love to me, support me in my endeavors. Kings of DC coming. Yama is in the editing process, and real life. I thought my life was like a movie. So much so that I started really writing movies. We out here.